Hi everybody, it's Miss Mary back again for another virtual story time from Midpoint Libraries. Do you know what? I'm going to let you in on a little secret. We record these story times ahead of time, which is a good thing because today's the 4th of July and I'm not at work on the 4th of July. I am with my family. Probably, I think in the morning I'm going to walk a 5K. It would be nice if I could run, but let's be honest. And then I'm going to go to a parade, and then I'm probably going to have a cookout with my family, and it's going to be pretty awesome. And I hope you're doing those fun things too on the 4th of July. But maybe, just maybe, you're thinking, my 4th of July is not complete without a story time. So, are you ready for a story? Let's do it. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story, clap your hands. If you're ready for a story and you want us all to know, if you're ready for a story, clap your hands. Now, we've been talking about ocean animals and water kinds of things all summer long. And now I've clapped my hands, and are there fish that can clap their hands? Are there fish that have hands? But you know what? There are some things that live in the ocean that aren't fish. And there are some things that live in the ocean that are in our imagination. So last week I gave you a quiz and I said this ocean creature, the top half is a human person's body and the bottom half is a fish. Did anybody figure out what that is? You got it! Mermaids, mermen, merpeople. Do you think they're for real? Yeah, some people say yes, some people say no. All right, so our first book today is called There Was an Old Mermaid Who Swallowed a Shark. And this one was written for us by Lucille Colandro, illustrated by Jared Lee, and it comes to us from Cartwheel Books, which is an imprint of Scholastic. Are you ready? It's going to get silly. But there's a lot of repetition. And hey, parents, that's always good. Repetition is a great way to learn. There was an old mermaid who swallowed a shark. I don't know why she swallowed a shark, but it left no mark. A great white shark left no mark. How can that be? That's crazy. There was an old mermaid who swallowed a squid. That's what she did. She swallowed a squid. She swallowed the squid to float with the shark. I don't know why she swallowed the shark, but it left no mark. Do you think she swallowed the squid really fast? There was an old mermaid who swallowed a fish, a tropical fish. That was her wish. She swallowed the fish to dance with the squid. She swallowed the squid to float with the shark. I don't know why she swallowed the shark, but it left no mark. There was an old mermaid who swallowed an eel. Do you know what an eel is? E-E-L? An eel looks a lot like a snake, but sometimes it has like some fins on it, and it lives in the water. There was an old mermaid who swallowed an eel. She let out a squeal when she swallowed that eel. She swallowed the eel to brighten the fish. She swallowed the fish to dance with the squid. She swallowed the squid to float with the shark. I don't know why she swallowed the shark, but it left no mark. There was an old mermaid who swallowed a crab. It was tough to grab, but she swallowed that crab. She swallowed the crab to tickle the eel. She swallowed the eel to brighten the fish. She swallowed the fish to dance with the squid. She swallowed the squid to float with the shark. I don't know why she swallowed the shark, but it left no mark. There was an old mermaid who swallowed a sea star. Hey, we just learned about those last week. She didn't swim far to swallow that star. She swallowed the sea star to play with the crab. She swallowed the crab to tickle the eel. She swallowed the eel to brighten the fish. She swallowed the fish to dance with the squid. She swallowed the squid to float with the shark. But I don't know why she swallowed the shark. But it left no mark. There was an old mermaid who swallowed a clam. It was fun to cram her mouth with a clam. There was an old mermaid who loved to spend her whole day playing pretend that everything under the water was her friend. Hey! Do you think there really was a mermaid who was swallowing all those things? Or do you think that this person took these two kids to the aquarium to see all those sea animals and make up a story about them? That's what I think happened. Yeah. And here the two kids say, I wish we could learn more about these underwater creatures. So we're going to turn the page. And there's a whole lot of information about all those creatures that we just met in the book. It's pretty neat. That is, there was an old mermaid who swallowed a shark. Boy, am I glad that was made up, because I don't think I would want to try to swallow a shark. I think that would be pretty hard to do. Don't you? Might be easier for the shark to swallow me. But that doesn't happen very often, really. That doesn't happen much at all. But I was thinking that we could sing our slippery fish song. Do you remember this one? It's kind of fun. All right. Slippery fish, swimming in the water. Slippery fish, gulp, gulp, gulp. Oh no. She's been eaten by a tuna fish, swimming in the water. Tuna fish, gulp, gulp, gulp. Oh no! He's been eaten by an octopus, wiggling in the water. Octopus, chomp, chomp, chomp. Oh no. She's been eaten by a great white shark, lurking in the water. Great white shark. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Oh no. He's been eaten by a humongous whale, spouting in the water. Humongous whale. Excuse me. I love that song. That's such a silly one. I'm going to have to find ways to use that song a lot, because that's a good one. Anyway, back to our stories. Our next book is called Goodnight, Mermaid. And this one was written for us by K.J. Oceanak, which I think is a wonderful name. That author's name has the word ocean right in it. How perfect is that? Anyway, Goodnight, Mermaid was written for us by K.J. Oceanak and illustrated by Ali Ogg. And this one comes to us from Bailiwick Press. And I think that as we read this book, you'll find that it seems a little familiar, because it's similar to another book that you've probably read. In the deep blue sea, there were fishes with sails, crustaceans and whales, and a marvel of mermaids with magnificent tails. And there were 3 little selkies sitting on whelkies, and nautical nymphs playing polo with shrimps, and submarine tunes and a water world moon, and synchronized swirls and pearls upon pearls, and plunges and leaps and pledges to keep, and Her Majesty the Mer Queen reigning over the deep. Good night, Discovery. Good night, schools. Good night, bright and brimming pools. Good night, bounty. Good night, hearts. Good night, oceanic hearts. Good night, mermaids. Good night, tales. Good night, waves and whopping whales. Good night, pearls. Good night, swirls. Good night, tunes, and good night, moon. Good night, selkies. Good night, whelkies. Good night, nymphs, and good night, shrimps. Good night, shimmer and aquamarine. Good night, wise and benevolent queen. Good night, courage. Good night, power. Good night, grit in this late, late hour. Good night, friends with tails unfurled. Good night, blue wonder that gives life to our world. Isn't that neat? There are a lot of things about this book that I thought were pretty cool. There's good rhyming and a lot of new words. I want to talk about this picture for a minute. On this page, it says Good Night Shimmer and Aquamarine. Aquamarine is the name of a color. It's this color. Kind of like this color on the wall behind me. Aquamarine. And what I think is interesting about the name of that color is that aqua is a word for water, right? When my friend Jacob is here and we learned some Spanish, he taught me that the word agua means water in Spanish. Aqua is very similar to that for a different language for the word water. So aquamarine, the first part is water. The second part, marine, also refers to water. And I think that color looks a lot like the color of water. So that's a pretty good color name, huh? Aquamarine. That was Goodnight, Mermaid. So, do you think that mermaids really exist? Yeah, I know. I'm just going to keep asking that question over and over again till I know for sure. But I think I might never know for sure, and that's okay. All right, friends, so remember to get a hold of your Odyssey adventure log so that you can mark off your spaces for all your activities, including reading a book. We just read 2 of them. Let's see, what's a fun activity to do this week? Remember on the back there are activities. Here's a good one for you. Read a book by an author with the same name as you. It can be your first name or your middle name or your last name. So let's see, I could find a book that was written by somebody named Mary, or I could also find a book written by somebody whose name is Margaret, because that's my middle name. That would be fun. I think that's what I'm going to do this week. I'm going to find a book written by somebody named Margaret. And in case your name is Margaret, I have an idea. I just thought of this. Remember when I started Goodnight, Mermaid, and I said this might sound like a book that you've read before? Did it remind you of that book called Goodnight Moon? Do you know what? That was written by somebody named Margaret. Woo! I can read that book and mark it off on my list. All right, that's enough silliness for now. So let's see, next week we're going to learn about an animal that we sang about. It's got a fin on top of its head, and sometimes the fins go to the left, and sometimes the fins go to the right. Sharks. Next week, we're going to talk about sharks. All right? So I want to thank you for joining me for Stories and Songs again today. I have so much fun doing this. I hope that you have fun too. All right? Let's sing our goodbye song. See you later, alligator. After a while, crocodile. Give a hug, ladybug. Blow a kiss, jellyfish. See you soon, big baboon. Out the door, dinosaur. Take care, polar bear. Wave goodbye, butterfly. Bye-bye, everybody.